Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're literally pulling back the curtain on those blinking plastic boxes sitting in your home and demystifying the physical hardware that makes your entire digital life possible. We're going to dive right in and explore this invisible digital world together. Have you ever stopped to actually think about what happens when you open YouTube? You tap a screen and boom, a high-definition video plays almost instantly. It feels like magic, doesn't it? But getting that data from a massive data center somewhere across the globe straight to the screen on your phone requires a seriously complex, invisible world of physical hardware, all working together at lightning speed. The thing is, you can't just beam data through thin air without some underlying structure. Just like a physical city, a computer network takes roads, traffic signals, post offices, and even security guards to function properly. So to truly understand this amazing process, let's meet the cast of characters that act as the physical infrastructure of our digital world. All right, let's jump right into section 1. Meet the core connectors, linking devices together. First up, we have the router. It's essentially this tiny traffic manager with a massive responsibility. Its main job is connecting entirely different networks together and routing the data between them. Think about your home router for a second. It basically acts as the main gate connecting your local home network, so your phones, your laptops, your smart TV, to the massive global network we call the internet. It uses what are known as IP addresses to constantly decide the absolute best path for your data to travel. Now, let's talk about the switch. Unlike a router, a switch connects multiple devices inside the exact same local network or LAN. If you picture a large company building, a switch is kind of like the internal office hallway. It efficiently connects computers, printers, and local servers together using things called MAC addresses. And this is cool because it allows them to share files and communicate directly without ever having to touch the outside internet. It's smart too. It sends data only to the correct device, making the local network incredibly fast and efficient. Okay, to clear up a super common beginner confusion here, what's the actual difference? Well, a router connects entirely different networks together so you can access the outside internet. A switch, on the other hand, connects local devices to expand a single local network. Put simply, the router handles the outside world using IP addresses, and the switch handles the inside world using MAC addresses. So you might be wondering, how do we actually get the outside world connected to our router in the first place? Well, that is exactly where the modem comes in. A modem brings internet service into your home or office directly from your internet service provider, or ISP. Going back to our city analogy for a second, the modem acts as the true connection road. It receives the raw internet signal, whether that's arriving via fiber, cable, or DSL, and converts it into a form that your house and your local network can actually use. And this brings us to another really major point of confusion, the modem versus the router. Simply put, the modem is the internet entry point, while the router is the network traffic manager. Now, a lot of internet providers will just hand you a single plastic box for your home that combines both of these functions into one unit, which is exactly why people often just call the whole shebang a router. But technically speaking, the modem is the entry point getting the internet into your house, and the router is what shares that internet connection with all of your different devices. Speaking of those devices, obviously nobody wants to run physical Ethernet cables to every single smartphone and tablet in their house. That would be a nightmare. So we use an access point. An access point provides wireless network access, or Wi-Fi, to a wired network. It essentially acts as a wireless door, letting your devices connect seamlessly. Again, your home Wi-Fi box probably has an access point built right into it, but in larger networks like offices, schools, or airports, you're going to see multiple access points spread out across the ceiling as completely separate devices just to improve the Wi-Fi coverage. But wait, your device actually needs a way to enter that wireless door, right? Enter the Network Interface Card, or NIC. It's the hardware that allows a device to connect to a network. You can think of the NIC as basically your device's employee ID card, granting it access to the network. Every single network-connected device needs one, whether it's a wired NIC using an Ethernet cable on a desktop PC or a wireless NIC using Wi-Fi tucked inside your laptop. Moving right along to Section 2, Security and Services, Safety and Content. Kicking off this phase, we have the firewall. This is an absolutely crucial network security device whose entire job is to monitor and control incoming and outgoing network traffic. Think of a firewall as the super strict security guard standing right at the entrance of your building. It's constantly checking what traffic is coming in and what's trying to go out. If the traffic is safe and allowed by the rules, it passes. If it's suspicious or dangerous, the firewall blocks it immediately. And it can be a piece of hardware, a software application, or even both.
All right, so once we're safely past that firewall and inside the network, we start interacting with servers. A server is a powerful system that provides services, websites, or data to other devices. And no apron is required here. These aren't the servers taking your order at a local restaurant. These are highly reliable machines. They store websites, handle emails, and serve data to many users at the exact same time. That is literally why they're called servers. They serve.
And hey, if a server is constantly serving up data, someone has to be asking for it, right? That would be the client. A client is a device or program that requests services from a server. You are the client in this relationship. Your phone, your laptop, or your web browser sends a request and the server responds. This forms the foundational client-server model that is the absolute backbone of all modern networking. Let's pull this all into Section 3, how it all works together, the network journey. So let's map out this lightning-fast journey from start to finish. Your phone, acting as the client, connects via Wi-Fi to the access point. That access point instantly hands the request over to the router, which figures out where it needs to go, safely passing it out through the modem to your ISP. Your ISP then routes that request across the global internet until it finally hits YouTube's server. And then? The server responds, and the video data races back to you along that exact same path. From the server to the ISP, to the modem, through the router, out the access point, and right onto your screen. It's honestly mind-blowing that this all happens in the literal blink of an eye. Which leads us to Section 4, clearing up common confusions, myths debunked. Before we wrap this up, we've got to address a massive misconception. Is Wi-Fi literally the exact same thing as the internet? The answer is an emphatic no. If you've ever looked at your phone, seen full Wi-Fi bars, but found that websites absolutely refuse to load, well, this is exactly why. Wi-Fi is merely the wireless local connection to your access point and router. The internet is the massive global network outside your home. So your Wi-Fi connection locally can be perfectly fine, but if your modem loses its connection to the ISP, you have zero internet. So to really bring all of this together, we can basically map out the specific job of every single device we've talked about today. From the switch managing your internal office hallway, to the firewall guarding the gate, to the server holding the data, and the modem bringing the outside world right to your door. This really pulls the whole invisible infrastructure right into focus. And that actually brings us to our final thought. Wi-Fi is the doorway. The internet is the outside world. Sometimes the doorway's open, but the road is closed. So the next time your connection suddenly drops, you'll know exactly which piece of the puzzle might be failing. But it leaves you wondering, as billions of new smart devices come online every single year, how long until these physical boxes vanish entirely into the walls around us? Keep exploring, keep questioning, and I'll see you in the next explainer.